Y'all, I just want to sit this here because this shit was crazy. So let me read this story to y'all really quickly. Coming out of Oklahoma, it was reported by InStars on July 8th, 2024. So the title says an Oklahoma judge charged for two drive-by shootings. Yes, you heard it correctly. A judge has been charged for two, not one, two drive-by shootings. Shouldn't even be one drive-by shooting. Corruption and for having relations in the courthouse with staff. Okay, so let's get into this story. An Oklahoma judge who was indicted for drive-by shootings has been charged with more crimes, including gross neglect of duty, corruption, and misuse of his position. His name is Judge Brian Lovell. He was previously arrested almost a year ago in September 2023 for shooting cars that were parked at an intersection. It is alleged that 6 cars in Travis County, Texas were shot. This dude shot up 6 cars, and this is a judge. Woo! So after the shooting, Lovell allegedly tried to run from the scene. So he's trying to flee the scene after he's thugging it out and shooting cars, having drive-by shootings. And during his escape, as he tried to flee the scene, he reportedly hit a woman's car 2 times in a row. I'm sorry, y'all. You cannot make this shit up. So he hit a woman's car 2 times in a row as he's trying to flee from his chaos and mayhem. So this is reported by Fox News. And they said when later questioned, he attested that the woman had cut him off. His repeated contact with her car almost sent her into traffic. Lord have mercy. So Mr. Lovell, and I'm saying Mr. because he is no longer practicing a judge, sitting judge. He's no judge of anything anymore for good reason. So Mr. Lovell was also accused of shooting multiple bullets into his brother-in-law's home. So the weapon used in both shootings, a .40 caliber Glock, was confirmed to be the same. Okay, so okay. Y'all, I'm struggling to read this with a straight face. I'm like, this dude is wild. Lovell, aged 58. So not only are you a whole judge, but you're 58 years old, just out here wild, wild westing it, just living. He's living his best life, y'all. That's what he's doing. So let me continue to read. So Lovell, age 58, is now indicted for more than the shootings. According to Fox News, Lovell has been accused of sexual misconduct and for showing preferential treatment in the courtroom. Really? Like, child, you know these judges be doing what they do. Okay, they're biased as a fuck. And then so they are biased. We cannot pretend that humans are not going to be biased. But he's doing drive-bys and shooting up the brother-in-law's house. Are we surprised that he's having sexual relations? And let me just keep going because it just keeps getting worse and worse. So these new charges come as a means to keep from corrupting the case of the first 2 shooting charges. As courts seek to come to a resolution, many have sought a way to suspend Judge Brian Lovell from practicing. Due to the unresolved nature of the shooting cases, any suspension on their grounds has the risk of corrupting the case. So therefore, a removal petition was filed on different grounds. This allowed Lovell to be removed for reasons separated from the ongoing investigations. The petition deals directly with Lovell's misconduct in the courtroom. The petition asserts that he made quote-unquote disparaging remarks about attorneys appearing before him, publicly evidencing a bias from a particular attorney, and setting the amount of bond on criminal charges based on bias for the defendant's attorney or the defendant. And Lovell is also accused of engaging in inappropriate relations with court staff, because apparently him doing drive-bys with Glocks and shooting up houses is not enough. So he's now also having relations at the courthouse. So he is, with his court staff. He's having relations with the court staff. He's just living his best life. So let's continue. So the petition states that he shared, quote unquote sexually graphic messages and images with court staff inside the courthouse during courthouse hours and had intercourse with 2 different bailiffs. And you heard that right, y'all. So this fool is not only having schmecks with people that he's most likely over, so that's fraternization. It could be a sexual harassment case because he's sitting in power over the women he's having sex with. I'm assuming they're women. And so not only is he having schmecks with, his employees or coworkers, whichever, doesn't matter. He's having schmecks with his coworkers at work, but he's doing it during work hours. They said inside the courthouse during courthouse hours, and he's doing it in the courthouse. Like, it's like, dude, like, seriously, like, this has to be like the good old boy system, because, like, what the fuck? And honestly, y'all, I already know, like, he did not just start showing his tail, okay? Nobody wakes up, unless he woke up and he is now senile or something. Like, nobody wakes up and just starts going on this crazy crime spree that is riddled with just really risky, chaotic behavior. Nobody does that. If you're that person that's doing all that he's doing, because he's doing the most, you've been doing it for a while. You've always been that person. Like, you're not, like, he's just so out there. He's so out there. It's like, this is insane. I refuse to believe that he was normal before the shenanigans that he's taking part in right now in this article. That I just refuse to believe it. So, according to Law and Crime, Lovell was temporarily suspended from performing his judicial duties, as he should have been fired, and has until July 8th to contest his suspension. I am so over, like, government people. Like, why is it so hard to get rid of them when they're not doing their job? Like, you're serving me, so. And why are judges and Congress people just dying in office? Like, no, if you don't get your old ass out that seat and let some new blood in here to make some laws that are relevant to the rest of America. Because, I mean, people literally are in Congress. I want to say like 60-70% are in Congress making laws for generations that ain't theirs. Their generation's dying off. I said it. So, anyways, let me know what y'all think about this crazy ass story. I had to share it because it was wild. The whole time I was reading it, I'm just looking like, Am I reading this correctly? Like, this is the whole judge. And he's white. He's white. I'm like, oh, white people doing drive-by shootings? And, I mean, you let the news, media tell it. White people don't do those things. So, like, what's going on here? That's what I want to know. So, yeah. And, of course, he's in Texas as well. So, he's taking the whole Wild Wild West, cops and robbers, Dukes of Hazzards thing too seriously. Like, slow your roll, bruh. Go sit your ass down somewhere. Go be a grandpa. I don't know. Like, he's doing too much. So let me know what y'all think about this story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.